Sponge smiled at it, but it was kind of amusing in hindsight. Nowadays, it's more and more difficult to imagine doing such a thing. Even with Lily gone, she's doing well now that she's come out of her room. One doctor, or at least playing another game of chess. I'm tired of studying, and it's been a few days since we've really done anything together. The question of where to find Hanako isn't a particularly difficult one. She's down in the library, change the seats in the tea room for some peace and quiet, or in a door to my room. So I check them in that order, pack up my books, and make my way out of the library. I always give it a loud when I walk down the hallway. Study may be frustrating at times, but the progress I feel I've made, there's also some sense of pride in getting it done. It's a good feeling. There's a sound to be heard from inside as I stand in front of the door to Nako's room. I guess it isn't that indicative of where she's inside or not, given how quiet she usually is. Still, she was in the tea room, so I try knocking lightly to make my presence known. I'm surprised to find the door unlocked and yielding at my touch. With a small creak, the door opens. Circumstances are correct. Hanako is indeed here. Sitting at a table with an open book in front of her, but she faces no tea as she keeps looking out the window. She looks utterly oblivious to my presence. Head thought resting on her hand, she looks calm and collected. It seems she can't look like this more often. Smiling, I lock her table and softly speak to her. Good evening, Hanako. Roxanne turns a bit to see me, but she's only half there. Putting on the table and lower my head to look at her face, mildly curious what mood she's in. What's up? Guess so, finally nods my presence in the room for the first time. Naya's buzzing is really heavy. Her mouth's open just a little, paused in a sentence. Most striking, though, is what she's doing. She's looking directly at me. If I just pin on my own, from just a close distance, I can almost see my reflection in them. They don't turn away nor move at all. They're just absolutely still, just still looking into mine. They're dark and give her an almost analytical air. Even when reading on subjects she has no interest in, it's pretty wrapped in her work to a capsule observer. She was doing her facing very well, and even now I can feel that. I feel like I've seen something behind those eyes I never saw before. I don't know what it is, though. Hanako? Are you there? Earth Hanako? Need to wave my hand in front of your face? Hers is just a little, suddenly mouthing something. She looks on the verge of saying something, but won't say it. That's the way Hanako always is, on the verge of saying something, but never actually doing it. As I look continually into her eyes, I realize something. Everyone has their own thoughts, things they want to say, their own worldview. But I can't remember what Hanako wants to say, and I can't work out what she's thinking. I've never been able to. It's frustrating. It feels like I don't know her at all, despite all the time we spent together. So... Then I find myself blushing, looking directly into Hanako's eyes for such a short tendency of having no regard for her, and she's looking into mine without shrieking away. We look away with covering my face with my hand. Hanako does it just the same. The darker side on the reins. I hate these. First, I accepted them as just being another factor light around Hanako, but now all I feel like is a affirmation how little we ever communicate. Sorry makes me in a conflict mixture of emotional experience right now. I want to bridge that gap between us. Friends shouldn't tiptoe around each other like this. I speak before I can hire myself out of what I'm going to do. My scoring isn't bad as Hanako's, and I can't possibly compare my life to hers. But I want to show her that she's not alone. Doing it in such a blunt manner might be the only way to get my point across. Hanako, I want to show you something. Take a deep breath to prepare myself. This could backfire badly, but I feel if we come close enough, this will be okay. I'm not gonna strip naked or anything weird. I'm just gonna take my shirt off. I think it's a bad sentence when you start to say that. I think bad things are gonna happen when that you have to say that. We have to justify what you're gonna say before you do it. It's like, oh, I'm not gonna strip or anything. I'm just gonna take a shirt off because actually I am stripping because in a way, I don't know. Whatever. I'm just gonna continue now. Nako's eyes glow the sight of saucers. Her face is an amusing mixture of curiosity and nervousness as she stands. It looks like the edge off my own nervousness doing this around another person. Slowly, with my entire body feeling tense, and sorry not getting to loosen the first of the buttons. I'm trying to mentally block out Hanako to make this easier, but it's not really working. I look my way down and expect to feel some suppressed protest for her. She remained silent, though, which just made this feel even stranger. Let's my shirt unbutton, take a breath, and look at her. Hanako's gaze is fixed firmly on my scarring as expected. Once I nod to say it's okay, she steps forward and tentatively presses her hand on the vertical line running down my chest. Scarring in her hand, a pattern of damage scanned across the surface, contrasts with the single uniform line that makes up mine. Her hand isn't trembling at all, unlike what I expected. This is the scar from the fury that fired my heart attack. Turns out a cut over my chest operated my heart. I never knew. Hers are calmer and softer than usual. Soft running her fingers moving from my scar to my breasts. Is that what you call it? Like, I'm sorry I'm interrupting this, but like, I don't know. Makes me hesitate a little for continuing on. First one to see this since I left the hospital. But why are you showing this to me? I wanted to prove myself that I could do this, that I could stop my past and move on. I wanted to show that to you as well. She nods. Her reaction seems to know how difficult it is for me. One more thing, this scar represents a physical reminder of my condition. A reminder that I'm not normal anymore. Something, until now, I tried my hardest to ignore. Minutes tick by, and Hanako's gaze lingers. Whereas a little less focused than my scarring did before, this vision feels a bit different than it did previously. Makes me feel slightly uncomfortable. Training retreats, and I draw my shirt closed and unbutton it up. Blushing face suddenly turns to his typical tension, timid state as she looks away. I miss completely silence to fix my shirt and tie, feeling rather put off after such an unexpected and intimate moment. So, I guess you're not the only one that's scarred. And a both literal and figurative sense. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Hanako smiles a little at the joke. Thank you for the light in the atmosphere a little. Thank you, Isao. I think I understand. You have a long sigh of relief. I didn't know how you take it, but I'm glad everything seems to work out as I hoped. Hanako's style only proves that farther. I find the path I want to follow now. What Hanako needs to do to find her own. It's something I can help her with, but it's something that she needs to overcome her past in order to do so. Now checks her watch. It's getting late by now. So, yeah, I better be going. I'll be thinking for some sleep. It's been a long day after all. Good night, Hanako. Good night. Then we had a room and into the hallway, remaining silent as to do so. I think both of us gone through a few emotions today. The heat of the summertime beats down on my sweating brow. Diving with the fingertips didn't help too much, making me get more comfortable. Giving the idea of getting more done today. I stopped and leaned one of the overpass fences, resting my bag on the ground. The stores at the time patrolling Rocky were well stocked, nothing bright to get me by, but at least an occasional shopping trip to the city is something that can't really be avoided. Been here a few times now. It's easily getting more familiar, and some of her anxieties are seeming to wear off. But it's been again to weakness. It's not like an old man that's overexerted himself. Many connect the fact that I'm the source is a bit disturbing. I may have my chest contrary fit next to haven't gotten far enough to cut some further problems. Thankfully, my is acting normally. There's no dull pain, and beating is regular. A bit fast-paced, as I recover from overdoing things that's kind of neat. I hate my body. It's frustrating to be held back, even more to be held back because I fear my life being ended. When doing something similar walking around the city for a while. Putting on my health, I feel my pocket vibrating. Now my phone was getting to ring. My phone was hand is already fishing for it. I guess the screen shows a caller number I don't recognize. Strange.